Welcome back to another X-Files episode. This is David, and this is the 7th episode of the first season, Ghost in the Machine. And this is a Monster of the Week. This is kind of a hybrid episode. It's Monster of the Week, but it does deal with Deep Throat a little bit. It doesn't actually deal with aliens or conspiracies or anything, but there is a government influence leaking in, and as you may or may not be aware, the Ghost in the Machine is an artificial intelligence. It can have a couple different meanings when you really boil it down. But these days it tends to refer to an AI of some sort, if you will, a spirit of the machine. Or it could be, a machine possessed by a ghost. In this case, it is an artificial intelligence that we're dealing with. So this starts off with these two guys arguing about what to do about downsizing their company. It's this corporate exec guy and the guy that developed this COS, the central operating system of this building, which is the AI. And they have a disagreement, and the guy who built it leaves. I forget his name off the top of my head. And the corporate exec gets locked in the bathroom by the machine, and it ends up killing him by electrocuting him when he goes to the manual override, which is interesting, but still. Picks up with Mulder and Scully investigating his death. There's some weird stuff that happens in the building. They end up looking into the murder, and they start chasing after the guy who programmed the CPU, or not the CPU, but the AI. Wilczek or something like that, I think is his name, Wilczek. But he denies they find him, but he doesn't say anything about being involved and denies it. However, they found his, evidence that he was in the guy's office right before he died. So they do go out to arrest him. Meanwhile, he's having issues with his computer hooking into the computer at work. So he's going to investigate it. And meanwhile, Mulder meets with Deep Throat. And Deep Throat basically does all the dropping into explaining that the COS, which is what they've been calling the central operating system, is an artificial intelligence, and the Defense Department's trying to acquire it. And then this other guy is chasing after him, Lamana, and he ends up getting killed by the machine when it drops the elevator that he's in. Which is impressive it can do that, but still. It's like there's built-in things that prevent them from falling like that, but apparently the computer can override physical restraints or catches. But whatever, it's fine. Long story short, Mulder figures out about the thing. He has a virus made up, and they're going to put it into the CPU to destroy the artificial intelligence. He gets holed up by this other guy who's like a Defense Department agent, and Scully comes through the vents at the last minute, holds him at gunpoint, so Mulder can put it in, it wipes the computer, and they end up detaining Wilczek? And he ends up signing over to work with the government. Deep Throat meeting with Mulder talks about it, how he's been detained in an undisclosed location, and he'll probably end up signing to work with the government because it's better than going to jail. And at the end stinger, if you will, is you see that one of the computers survived and it's still on, and the AI is not destroyed as once thought. I felt this episode was a really weak episode. I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 10. It's not a must-see. It's not really a myth episode. It's just sort of there. It's a time killer. I didn't really like the AI. I mean, I have a degree in computer science and all that fun stuff, and I've studied the laws of robotics and whatnot. And this AI can do things that... this was made back in the early 90s, back when computers were magic, and they aren't well understood like they are now. But still, I hate it in any show when they show computers doing things they blatantly can't do. Like a computer that can rewrite electricity to something that shouldn't have electricity flowing through it. Now, I can get like a computer could lock a door that's computer controlled. A computer could turn off the air supply. That's computer controlled. A computer cannot reroute electricity to something that doesn't have electricity. That's my statement. And that happens a lot in science fiction. Like whenever they have an AI going evil, it's doing all sorts of stuff that it shouldn't be able to do. And there's reasons why it shouldn't be able to do it, because when you are a computer, you lack two essential things that humans have that computers intrinsically do not, and that's a pair of hands. People underestimate what you can do with a pair of hands, but you can do just about anything you want with a pair of hands. Problem with a computer is, unless you have a robot built to carry out tasks for it, which this AI did not, there were no robots or anything in this at all. It's just a presence in the computer. So it can't reroute manual electricity to things that shouldn't have it or stuff like that. Very strange, very annoying. I, in the end, didn't really like this episode. It was a very... it gets a low rating in my book because it's not the worst, but it's not good by any stretch of the imagination. The Monster of the Week, again, it's an AI, and it's just underwhelming. So, at the end of the day, it's 2 out of 10. It's a very underwhelming episode. Check it out only if you're the completist for the whole first season. Alright, folks, tune in next time when we cover one of the best episodes in this season, the episode Ice. Alright, see you all then.